Hey there! Choose where you want to start the simulation. If this is your first time here, select Start Tutorial. Welcome to the job site. Today, we're going to run EMT between different boxes at different heights using back-to-back 90-degree bends. The boxes are here where I'm highlighting. We'll end up with a piece of conduit running through holes in the studs and perfectly bent to line up with the boxes. Since the boxes are at different heights, each of the stubs has a different rise. Our first job will be to calculate the rises so we know where to make the bends. Safety glasses are required on the job site. Use the grip button on your controller to pick up the safety glasses, then bring them towards your head to put them on. There you go. Now your eyes are protected. A high visibility vest is important to ensure equipment operators and others can see you. Use the grip button on your controller to pick up the vest, then bring it towards your chest to put it on. Steel toe or composite toe boots protect your feet in case heavy equipment or machinery falls. Touch the boots to put them on. Great! Cut-resistant sleeves protect your arms. Use the grip button to pick up a sleeve. Use the grip button. Great! Now do the same with the second sleeve. Gloves are required on all job sites. Use the grip button on your controller to pick up a glove. Great! Now do the same with the second glove. Great! Well done! Now your hands are protected. Next, use the grip button on your controller to grab the hard hat. Then, bring it towards your head to put it on. Great! Now your head is protected. Look at the whiteboard for your assignment. Here's a plan that shows the details. Let's read it together. Touch each of the highlighted areas to review the specs. This indicates that box B is 36 inches from the ground. According to this, box A is 48 inches from the ground. Looks like the boxes are mounted 48 inches apart and the connectors are 7/8 of an inch in from the studs. We can also see the take-up is 6 inches, though we can also find that on the bender. Lastly, looks like the factory holes are 28 inches from the ground. That's a good distance from the boxes, so we can just use those. No need to punch any studs today. See how some specs are blank? We'll need to fill those in as we make our calculations. Let's get started on that now. First, we'll find the rise for stub A, which is the distance from the bottom of box A to the bottom of the stud hole. The formula is on the board. It's also on a poster beside the board, where we'll keep track of all our formulas today. You'll need to memorize these, so pay close attention as we go. I'll give you time to review later on. Let's get our values. First, box A is 48 inches from the floor. Next, the stud hole is 28 inches from the floor. If we subtract the hole-to-floor distance, what's left is the box-to-hole distance, or rise. Now, I'm not able to do that math in my head, so let's use our calculator. Enter the equation into the calculator and press the equal sign. Enter the equation into the calculator and press the equal sign. Hmm. 20 is the correct value. So 20 inches is the rise for box A. Next, to find our mark for the first bend, we subtract the take-up from the rise. The take-up for 3/4 inch conduit is 6 inches. Here's the formula on the board and on the poster for later. So that's 20 minus 6. Let's use the calculator again. Touch the buttons to solve the equation. Enter the equation into the calculator and press the equal sign. Fourteen's the correct value, so our first mark needs to be at 14 inches. Grab the marker and touch it to the conduit at 14 inches. Not there. Here, where I'm showing you. That's right. Here's the 3/4 inch bender. Look closely at the head of the bender. See the arrow? You'll line that up with the mark on the conduit. Go ahead and slide the conduit into the bender like I'm showing you. Line up the arrow on the bender with the first mark on the conduit. Great! We need to bend the other end too. Look back at the whiteboard. Look back at the whiteboard. To find our second mark, we've got to know how long the conduit needs to be between the bends. We know from the plan that the boxes are mounted on studs 48 inches apart, and we know that each box's connector is 7/8 of an inch from the stud. Since we need our stubs to line up with the connectors, we've got to adjust for that. We'll need to double the connector allowance, since there are 2 connectors, then subtract it from the box-to-box distance to find the starting point for our second bend. The formula is on the board. Just plug in the box-to-box value and the connector allowance value to find Mark 2. Which of these gives us the correct location for Mark 2? Touch the answer you think is correct. Touch the submit button if that's your response. You can change your answer if you... That's right. We need to double 7/8 and subtract that from 48. Let's measure 46 1/4 inches along the conduit, starting at the outer edge of the stub. To help get the measurement right, I'll just stand it upright on the floor. Grab the marker and touch it to the conduit at 46 1/4 inches. That's right. Grab the 3/4 inch bender again. Take another close look at the head of the bender. Can you believe how much information is on this? See the star mark? Since this is a back bend, you need to align the star with your second mark, not the arrow. The hook of the bender's got to face away from the first bend. Go ahead and slide the conduit into the bender like I'm showing you. Great! Okay, next we got to find the rise. Look back at the whiteboard. We've got back-to-back 90-degree bends now, but the stub for box B is way too long. We need to cut it, but to what length? Remember, the formula for rise is box height minus stud hole height. The same calculation we used for stub A. Just plug in the values for box B. Which of these correctly applies the formula to find the rise for box B? Touch the submit button if that's your response. That's right. We need to subtract 28 from 36. When we solve that, we get 8 inches. So that's where we'll make Mark 3. We'll mark the conduit 8 inches up from the bottom of the second bend, then use a hacksaw to cut it.